Good morning. It's Friday, February 12th, 2nd. Hi. It's Friday, February 2nd, 2023. This morning's riddle is just a child riddle, but I want to try to keep the trend going. So I just didn't come up with it. This is old as heck. It's a riddle kids tell each other. So, but don't feel bad if you don't get it. What's lighter than a feather, and yet the strongest man can't hold it for much more than a minute? That's the riddle. I'll answer it in the afternoon drive, part 1. So I can see from here nothing. I can see nothing. The McDonald's sign is kind of lit, like it just turned on. I don't trust it. Still very dim. Oh, there's people. I'm going to McDonald's. No midnight roast for me today. So about structure, something about structure. Oh, yeah, not live. The structure here isn't going to change. I mean, hopefully, eventually it does. But the structure of how I handle the tasks has to change. It's too onerous on a daily basis to come home. I don't even think I did Tuesday's videos, swap them to the desktop yet. So I think that's going to be it's going to be a weekly task that I'll either do Friday nights or Saturdays, where I'll move all the data to the hard drive, and so there'll be different departments. This is the Ministry of Content Creation. That'll be the Ministry of Archival. Because you got to give them weird names from like the movie Brazil, otherwise it's not worth doing. Spending an inordinate amount of time in line for the speaker. Wonder what that's about.
Welcome to McDonald's. How can I help you?
Large black coffee, please.
Please pull to the second window. Thank you.
All right. My window's frozen. Huh. The person that was there when I first... What is that? When I first pulled in is still there. So yeah, it becomes too much. One, it's a task and a half. I know it seems simple. I'm just sitting here talking, but it is difficult to do this every day, especially first thing in the morning, not preparing, no content. I thought about this morning just literally announcing that it was going to be dead air, like it was supposed to be from the very beginning, just road noise. Hour and a half of road noise, but I don't want to do that. I'd rather be stressed out trying to think of things to say. So yeah, on a daily basis, I don't think I'm going to be moving the files off the phone. I think I'm going to because it's hard to do. Like, I still haven't found a great solution for getting the files off the phone. I have to plug the I have to plug the phone in multiple times, plug and unplug the phone, in order for it to, Window's still frozen. I can't do this. People are burning all my buffer time. So my wife was concerned I was going to mention something she had done. I was going to. It has to do with Excel. What I'll do is I'll just share with you. She became extremely frustrated. Usually I'm her go-to guy with Excel. She was proud of herself for figuring something out. But it's one of those functions. It's that if statement. If this equals this, that, and that function does not work well. It is very finicky, and I don't think the logic works the way people think it's supposed to. So anyway, you will get really bizarre answers, especially if you have a mix of text and numbers. I can't stay in line anymore. No idea what's going on, but sorry, what behind me now. That's unfortunate. Wasted all that time for nothing. So anyway, because of this, it caused some frustration. I was trying to help her, and that became a funny ordeal. I won't go into it, but she said something which was possibly conflating two phrases, but I'm going to say a bad word because I don't want to bleep it out. She said, what were the exact words? She said, Excel can take a shit right out the window. And I didn't laugh at that moment, but I thought that was one of the funniest things I had heard in a while. So it's going down to the single digits over the next 2 days. Again, I'm not a big fan of that. But I'll probably fire up my wood stove on Friday to try to take some of the burden off the heater. I have a oil boiler, hot water radiator system that runs through the house, and it's old. It's very old. In fact, the people who built the house, who lived in it before us, they were told in the 80s, like in the 1980s, that the boiler is old and inefficient and it needs to be replaced. That was over 40 years ago. Old things last forever. Like they say it's not true. They're liars. Yeah, old things just built to last. It's a very simple. I mean, the burner part has been replaced. The thing that forces that's not from the 60s, but the big box itself is from probably original to the house. But there's issues with it. I don't know whether it's the aquastat. I don't know if there's cross wires somewhere leading to one of the thermostats, but it runs constantly, which is bad because fuel oil is expensive. So we have to manually turn it off, go down and hit the kill switch when it's when the house is warm enough, because otherwise, even if you turn all the thermostats down to nothing, the boiler will just keep going. It'll fire up, get the water up to temperature, and then shut off, even if it doesn't have to circulate it. So that's a waste. So I have to manually go down and turn the boiler off when it's when the temperature gets to something reasonable. We keep the house around 50 degrees. We keep the house around 60 degrees, between 50 and 60. Because it is not a very well insulated house, and it is extremely expensive to heat. One of the things that helped is I put up curtains separating the zones of the house. So it does a couple of things. It keeps that zone keeps the warmth in each individual zone, and it stops airflow. Like I said, it's a very leaky house, so by putting these heavy curtains between the sections of the house, it stops all the air from escaping from one section of the house. I wonder how the people in line at McDonald's are doing. Stuff coming out of the guy's tailpipe. I often, like in the first segment, I often talk about how good of a start I got, that I get out of the house on time. And it's weird, like time just seems to fly by in the morning. I thought I had a really good start, packed a lunch and left, I thought I was sure I was leaving the house 10 minutes earlier than I normally do, but I wasn't. I was leaving at exactly the same time, like the normal time that I leave the house. So I don't know what's going on with that. It's very odd. It's almost like this whole thing has been a dream, and you can't like escape certain bits of causality. Like this is when you leave the house. You can't get out early. I don't believe that's true, but it's just weird. I know it seems weird that I'm anxious to get to work as early as possible, but I am. I've said before, I like to knock certain stuff out early. There's a lot of stuff to do, so I like to be there early to get it done. I was having a conversation with my daughter, very, very brief, yesterday. I had to pick her up at the bus stop, and it was during my working day. I took a 5-minute break to just drive to the bottom of the hill, pick her up, and drive back up. And I don't know, we said something, and I said, I got to get back to work. And she said, back to work? I said, yeah, I'm working remotely today. I got down the house she said something along the lines of blah blah blah, why do you want to go back to work, something like that. It's like, because that's how I get paid. I get paid to go to work. I get paid to do work. I have to do this for a living, or I do this for a living, something along those lines. And she said something like, just get paid and don't go to work. And I'm like, that sounds like a great idea. Like, I didn't continue the conversation until after that, but I'm like, that sounds like a great idea. Like, but I didn't pursue it. Oh no, okay. I didn't pursue it any further. And I'm wondering, does she have a great idea for passive income that I'm just not taking advantage of because I didn't take the conversation any further? Or is she just being a child and saying, get paid and don't go to work? Probably the latter. I'll do a follow-up conversation. She'll have absolutely no idea what I'm talking about. It's like, oh, you have this great idea, passive income, not working but getting paid. Well, what is it? Leave me alone. In other tragic news, we're out of milk. I've got to get milk. We're not out of milk. There's enough milk for Cassie, but there wasn't enough milk for me to pack any milk in my lunch. I like milk because I'm a child. I don't know. There's a lot of weird stuff in the news and different conflicting reports over the years. Like butter was bad for you, then butter's good for you. I think it's bad for you again. I don't remember. I think for a while they were saying cigarettes were bad for you. Nonsense. But something about human adults shouldn't be drinking cow's milk. It's meant for like a calf that's going to grow, I don't know, 6 million times its size in 3 weeks. But I'm sure that stuff's being spread by vegans. If you're a vegan, I know, you've already told me. What are your thoughts on the new 20-minute chunklet format? It's not. Oh my goodness! It's not hard. I am convinced that there is an exhaust leak in this car, because the yawning starts, and like in a few minutes, I'm going to tell you I don't feel good. I feel nauseous. I want to head home. It's like it's a repeating pattern. Here, let me crack my frozen window. It's still frozen. This one's not. Get some of that nice, cool, refreshing outside air in here. See if that's an actual issue. Ooh, that is brisk, baby. Oh my. Burned all my buffer time, but I do still want a coffee. Do I stop at Dunkin' Donuts? They're pretty efficient. This really won't add that much time to my trip. It's an expensive habit. So, like, just regular. I don't know if this midnight stuff that they're foisting on society is any more expensive than the regular coffee. I guess we'll find out in a minute or two. But yeah, over $3 for a cup of coffee, that's ridiculous. I really should either make a pot at home the night before and throw it into a thermos. Like I said, I've done that before. I made the mistake of putting it in my Tal, T-A-L thermos, which is too good. It's just too good. It keeps hot things hot forever. Like I make coffee, I put it in my Tal thermos, and like I got all the way to work. Like I think I told the story. I was trying to sip it in the car, too hot, way too hot. Got to work like after this ride. This is a long ride, you know that. And it was still too hot to drink. I had to go to the cafeteria and get a cup to pour the coffee into because the thermos was keeping it too hot. So TAL, I think it's Walmart that sells that brand. Maybe it's available everywhere. I don't know. Hi, could I get a large black coffee? Can I try that midnight?
Sure, what size?
A large?
Any cream or sugar?
No, just a plain.
Anything else?
That's it.
317.
So it seems to be the same price as regular coffee. Window's frozen, sorry about that. Thank you very much. Have a great day. certain things you read. Oh crap. Have a wonderful day. I'm going to go into the second snippet right now.